All right, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 ways to sell your home for more money.
If you're like most people, the majority of your net worth is tied up in your home, and when you come to sell, you want to get as much possible for that property. And what we're going to do is cover 5 things to help you get the most for the value of your home.
All right, so number 1, market for coming soon. This is something we do for all our clients, but it basically brings in a larger buyer pool before you hit the market. So a lot of people, I think of it like a sale. If Best Buy doesn't advertise their sale and they just put it out on the day of, you're slowly going to have people trickle in, but you're not going to have people lined up at the door. So what we want to have is people lined up at your house. They want to have lots of awareness that your house is coming to the market. We want your neighbors to know. We want active buyers in the area to know. We want other realtors that work in the area to know that your house is coming up. That way we can generate the most interest for your home, and then therefore you get the most people through as fast as possible.
So the second step is probably the most important thing, and it is pricing your home properly right from the start. A lot of times as a seller, you may want to test the market, and you're going to test higher than really what your home is worth. And majority of buyers, well, all buyers nowadays are way more educated than they've ever been, and they know values probably better than some realtors out there. So,
True.
The reality is when you price your house, the first 7 to 10 days that you're on the market, or in a very hot market, probably the first 48 to 72 hours that you're on the market is when you'll have the most eyes on your listing. And if you are overpriced, you are going to miss out on attracting buyers to your listing. So what you want to do is be competitively priced. You can still be a little bit higher than, say, market, but you want to be attractive to the buyers that are out there. So you need to listen to your realtor, not look at what other homes around you have listed for, but look at what they've actually sold for to get an indication of what a buyer is willing to pay in your neighborhood for your property.
Yeah, exactly. So if you look at this chart I just thrown up, you can actually see that the longer that you are on the market, the less you're going to get. So some people think they can start high and eventually bring it down, but in the end, you will end up getting less for your home than if you price it correctly from the start. So the longer that the home is on the market, the less you end up getting for it in the end. Number 3, curb appeal. First impressions definitely matter. That's why we like to dress like this and not in scrubs and ripped jeans when we show up to meet you. So it's the same with your house. If a buyer pulls up and your grass is all long, or the sidewalk's not shoveled, or stuff's falling apart, it can leave a bad taste right from the beginning, and it sets the tone for the rest of the showing. So if you show up somewhere and it's looking a little battered, it's already going to set the tone for how the rest of the house is, and it also leaves the impression that the owners did not care about the house. So first impressions matter, curb appeal, make sure your grass is cut, shoveled, house is clean, there's nothing falling off the side of your house, anything like that.
So yeah, buyers buy off of emotion, and that emotion can be as simple as how they feel when they roll up to your house. And if they roll up, they like how it looks, they feel good, they walk inside, they feel good, that continues for the rest of the showing. However, if they roll up, not really, like Nathaniel said, sidewalk's not shoveled, grass isn't cut, doesn't look great, that can also play an important part in how they feel as they tour the rest of the home, which will impact whether they want to pursue that or not.
Exactly. So I'd think of it like a first date. You want to look your best for a first date, don't you? Same for your house. So definitely make sure your curb appeal is looking good.
And number 4 is to declutter and depersonalize your space. I'm sure you've probably read on the web where people say take down every personal photo in your house. I wouldn't go that far, but you just don't want to have a wall of photos of everybody, 14 different cousins and things like that. So you do want to depersonalize it to a certain degree, but certainly declutter. A buyer needs to be able to picture what their stuff is going to look like in your space as well. By having it decluttered, it makes the rooms feel larger. So when they walk in, they can start to see how, okay, this is what my furniture is going to look like here. This is, I can picture all of those things. And the majority of buyers cannot picture that. They can't picture with rooms full of clutter. So we like to say declutter depersonalize, and it'll just help the buyers begin to feel like maybe could be their next home.
Exactly. And as an extra point, even if you walk into a home that is nice and tidy and decluttered, it makes it feel like the owner cares about the home and has cared about the home. So it's not just about that space, but maybe that means maintenance on the home and different parts of the home. It's better taken care of. So it's another thing, it's emotion for buyers. You know, you see a clean space and you believe that the rest of the house is clean. If you see a cluttered space and it's really messy, then you're going to assume, well, these people probably didn't take the best care of the place.
Right,
So,
great point.
Yeah.
Point number 5 is to use professional photography and professional video. 97% of buyers will start their home search without a realtor, will start looking on the internet. And the quickest way that they will filter properties, flipping through either on their phone or on their computer, is by photos, right? And you want them to take a look at your property. We've all seen the horrible camera phone pictures that are so dark, toilet seats left up, all of that stuff, or bed kind of not made. Use a professional photographer because they will make your home look so much better. They have the right lenses, they have the right lighting. They will just showcase your property to the best of its ability, and you'll attract those buyers that are, again, using the internet as a filter before they even decide whether they're going to come and look at your home or even progress even further into their interest for your property.
Exactly. So, as you know, people's attention span, especially now in the 21st century, is very short. So if your first 4 photos are all camera phone photos, either by yourself or your realtor, then they're going to be turned off from the property and they're probably not going to look at the rest of them. So you've already lost a buyer. Could have been the perfect house for them, but the photos do not match up to the quality of your home. So you definitely need to make sure that you're using professional photography, which we use with all our clients, to make sure that the home is shown in its best light. Now, as a part B to that, Graham was also talking about video, which is another important part. I'm just looking at a study here that was done by Wizzle. It shows 96% of people turn to videos to learn more about a particular product before buying. So videos will allow potential buyers to see how the whole house lays out, how it feels. It actually is a big benefit too, because out-of-town buyers, we had over 33,000 people last year migrate into Alberta. But if you're living in Ontario and BC where the prices are so high and that's why they're coming here, they're not going to be able to go through your home. So it allows those out-of-town buyers 24/7 access to your property. Maybe they don't have to fly out here and book a showing. They can buy it without even coming to see it. So it just allows yourself to be available and open for showings 24/7 because they can see the whole house, walk through, see all the features and the amenities of your home. And just helps better showcase it.
Yeah, a lot of times with just straight photos, if the photos aren't loaded in a particular order, it can be really confusing as to how the home lays out. So like Nathaniel said, a video is a great way to help those buyers begin to get a feel for the house before even actually seeing it. And we've done it a lot last year with out-of-town buyers where we've actually gone, FaceTime them, Zoom them, whatever, to be able to walk around a house because they had no idea how that house was actually laid out. Whereas with a video, it's just another marketing tool in your toolbox to help attract as many buyers as possible.
And that is it, guys. That is the 5 ways to sell your home for more money. Obviously, these all work in a big circle. So if you take one out, whatever, it's not going to work as well. But if you even take one thing away, it is going to greatly improve your chances of selling your home for more money. So if you are thinking of selling, please feel free to reach out to us. We would be happy to have a conversation with you, find you a market value for your home, and talk about when the best time for you to sell might be.
Yeah, if you've got other questions about the process or you want to respond to the video, just hit us below or DM us directly. We'd be happy to respond to you. If there's anything we can do, just let us know.
Until next time.